Hello everyone, ATR here, and it's fucking time for a vlog. Yep, I'm not dead, and back on the 11th of January, we did a giveaway, which means it is way past time for us to do a vlog to announce the winners of that giveaway, and also to let you guys know what the fuck has been going on and why have I not made anything, and it's been so long. So stick around, sit down, relax, and I will tell you a tale. But before I do that, let's go ahead to the giveaway. I know all of you are still waiting excitedly to see the winners, and you probably don't even remember any about this, but there are winners, and I've notified them, and hopefully they're still around. So the first winner of the giveaway was Mr. Ahmed Gamal. Ahmed Gamal, he says, if it's a full DLC, I would love the Brit Forces. If it's a commander, I really want the Heavy Cavalry Commander. So it can be a full DLC, Mr. Ahmed, so if you so desire, congratulations, and you can have, in fact, the British Forces. So congratulations, Ahmed. And second, we have Mr. TATAT, saying that he would want the Brit Tactical Support Regiment. Thanks. You're welcome, Ratat. I know this is expedient and as fast as you expect it to get a response, but yeah, if you want that that DLC still, we'll work on that and get it. Obviously, if both of these, well, I guess players, since they want some piece of DLC, if they want something else because they've already gotten it, we'll work it out and get you something, because Jesus fuck, I shouldn't have taken this long to do it, but well, it's my fault, and I'll let you know why. Part of it my fault, but still. So anyways, guys, that is the giveaway. Congratulations to the winners, and better luck next time, which at this point, I don't know how long it would be the next time, considering that it's going to be kind of hard to get more people watching for a while. We have to get the ball rolling. So, now, let me tell you a tale of woe and misery and stupidity by my part, and stupidity by ISPiece, and oh my god. So, let's flash back more than a month now, back to the 11th of January, although actually we have to go back a little bit further, to the 9th of January of 2016. So, some of you might remember, if you've heard my vlogs before and such, that back basically on the end of 2014, when I moved over to this new house, I hired the shittiest ISP that I've possibly encountered, although this one here kind of wants to, you know, take the cake there, but at least the actual speeds and powers are a lot better. Well, not a lot, but at least better. So I got into a contract unknowingly, basically, with an ISP that was a piece of shit and didn't work for anything. But for some reason, looking back at it, I was stupid. I should have just fucking paid the penalty and gotten rid of it earlier. But anyways, I finished the year with them, and I wanted to get, you know, a new internet service, a better internet service than that piece of shit I was working with. So I went to the other ISP that works in this area on the 9th of January, and you know, went in, you know, got a contract and everything, and basically hired their service, I guess. I don't know how you say it, but anyways, so yeah, I got an installation order and shit that that they would come and install. I did it on the 9th, but they said, well, it says here that installation would be scheduled for the 19th. And I'm like, well, I mean, that kind of sucks, but it's 10 days, so yeah, I guess. I mean, I've heard worse cases, right, where, you know, it takes a lot longer to get the service. And yeah, so I made the giveaway, the last video of the giveaway, I made it back on the 11th, because I said, well, I'll do this so that in the meantime, while I'm waiting for the transition, you know, at least the giveaway time is going, and then I'll be back online and able to work once it's installed, and, you know, shouldn't really be much of an issue. I managed to record a couple extra games. I think I did like 3 after the giveaway, and just uploaded them before I cut the line and left them there and scheduled them to come out. I think the last one came out on the 20th, because in my mind it was like, well, yeah, I mean, I have that on the 20th, so I have the little buffer there for the 19th to 20th, and I can start putting more videos out on the 21st, right? Basically, that was the theory and the idea. Obviously, I mean, if anybody is in a situation where you have one ISP and you don't want that and you want to get a different ISP, my suggestion would be to wait until the second ISP fucking installs your service and then cancel the other one, because you don't know what shit might go down. So, anyways, I did the video on the 11th and uploaded the other ones, and like I said, I canceled the service. I figured, like, that's fine. I mean, they should install it on the 19th, and I'll be able to get back up and running. Shouldn't really hurt me, even if I don't have internet for a little while, right? So that happens, blah blah blah, and I come on the I don't, but the 19th comes along, and no call, nobody, no trucks coming into the residential area trying to get any service done or anything. But I'm thinking, that was a Tuesday? Let me double check. January, yeah. So I'm thinking, like, well, I mean, I know that during this time it's actually pretty, they're pretty swamped, for phone lines and ISP services, because, a lot of new customers come up during the holidays and such, and the new year. So I'm like, fine. I mean, it doesn't matter if it takes a couple extra days. They, I gave them my cell phone and everything, so they should call me to let me know when it's going to happen and whatnot, right? So that whole week goes by, and no call, no trucks, no notifications, no nothing. So at that point, this is, my stupidity. I should have called at least to see what the fuck was going on. I didn't want to do it because it's really fucking annoying to call any fucking customer service for anything ever. I hate it. I hate fucking to go through IVRs, trying to figure out how to get to somebody to talk to, and then you sometimes just have to sit there and wait for like 20-30 minutes until somebody actually answers, because they have so many calls. It's a pain in the ass, and if you're doing it on a cell phone, sometimes that can actually rack up significantly. So that's why I didn't do it. I should have done it, but I didn't. So I was like, no, I mean, they're gonna call me. I mean, obviously they, so they're delayed. That's fine. They'll call me and let me know. So that next week goes by. At that point, I was also really busy. Like, it was getting kind of hectic over here with back in the real world, I suppose. and I had to leave. I had to go out of town on that next Friday, which would have been the 22nd. So yeah, I mean, that whole week goes by. I actually kind of even forgot about it at some point because I was so busy. And yeah, so I leave out of town. Well, we leave out of town because the whole family went. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I mean, I'll have to deal with this internet situation once I come back, because I don't have the time right now. And then if they fucking call me while I'm on a trip, well, it's like, well, too fucking bad. Now I'm not there because you said it was on the 19th. Now you're going to have to wait for me, and we'll schedule at some other point. So we leave. When was it? On Tuesday? No. That was that week. Well, I mean, if I don't fucking remember, but I think it was even before that. Yeah, no, because that was the 19th. That was yeah, like I was actually on the 29th, not the 22nd. On the 29th, on that next week, that's when I left, basically at the end of January. So yeah, I'm gone for that entire week. We would have been coming back until the next weekend, so more than 7 days basically. And on the 2nd, I actually have the notification still here. Yeah, on the 2nd, which would have been Tuesday, like the 2nd of February, I don't get a call, but my wife actually gets a call that she said she couldn't attend at the time. But it was apparently them calling. We don't know exactly for what, but obviously it was to come and install a line, apparently. But it was like, well, fuck it. I mean, we can't do anything about it right now. We're not there, and so, well, fuck those guys. and yeah, so that rest of the week goes by, and we came back, I believe, on the next Monday. Like, Monday morning is when we finally arrived back in town. And she, well, not she, but we get home, and right there on the gate, we see a notice hanging from the gate. It was from the company, so yeah, it like has the name of the tech guy that came in and such, and it said that on the 2nd of February at 11:42, like before noon, they came to try and install. Nobody was there to receive them, but it does have like a notice or a box basically that the guy checked saying that this was the first visit. Like, this is the first visit, right? Basically, right? So if you don't, I guess if you don't attend it 3 times, they cancel or something. I don't know. But anyways, it had a phone number like that you had to call to reschedule for another installation and all that. So I'm like, oh fuck, well, I'm just gonna have to call, even though I hate calling. So I called them up, have to wait on the line for a little while, finally get somebody and explain the situation that, they blah, 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 they missed a call. And she goes, well, the thing is that it looks like this order has been put on hold because nobody was there to receive. And like, yeah, I know nobody was there to receive. That's why I'm calling. But the thing is that I fucking made this order back on the 9th and you gave me the installation date of the 19th. Nobody came here. I was out of town then, and you came until the 2nd. And he was like, well, it says here that somebody did go and try and make the installation on the 19th, but nobody was there. And I'm like, bull fucking shit. I was there a whole fucking day. Nobody ever came. Nobody called me. And besides that, I have this notification right here with the name of the person that came saying that this was the first visit until the 2nd of February, not the 19th. And she's like, oh, blah, 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 right? So basically, well, she just goes and says like, well, the only thing we can do then is essentially make a new order, like a new installation order, and just basically make it like a priority so they can get it installed right away. So I'm like, okay, fine, let's fucking do that. And she says like, okay, well, it's blah, blah, blah. She takes a long ass while. I mean, I don't know why the fuck it takes so long to make an order, but she does another order, gives me another order number, and says this should be installed tomorrow or the day after, but you need to call back to verify the exact date. And I'm like, okay, so is it gonna be today? I mean, tomorrow or the day after, or do I need to call back? Otherwise, it's not gonna be. And she's like, yeah, you're gonna need to call back. And I'm like, all right, fine. So whatever. Next day, early morning, I call them back again. Have to wait a fucking while to get with somebody, but finally another chick answers, and I ask her, well, I'm calling back because they told me to call and verify the installation date. And then she says like, well, I can't actually verify an installation date because there's like several factors that can come in and blah, blah, blah. And like, I know, but this is the situation, right? I tell her about the whole fucking thing about being back on the 9th. So she's like, well, I mean, and I think she kind of slipped up, I guess, and said like, well, it says here 12 to 15, but, well, it says here that it's priority, so it should be either tomorrow or the day after, right? Even though the other chick said the same thing, but now we're a day later. So I'm like, okay, well, she's saying either 12 or 15, which would have been either a Friday or until Monday, right? That's in February. So I'm like, fine, whatever. So the next day and the day after go by. Obviously, nobody calls in. Oh, before that, we did realize that at the very least there was an issue. It turns out, and nobody really, I guess, like I said, part of it is my fault for not verifying, I suppose, even though it's really tiny writing. But apparently they had my cell phone number written down wrong in the initial order. So supposedly when they tried calling me, well, obviously they didn't reach me. But they still had that reference number, and back on the 19th, nobody called my wife because I put her number there, and she only got the call until the 2nd, which was still fucking bullshit, right? So anyways, so yeah, obviously the next day and the day after go by, nobody comes in to install. I get no fucking calls, even though we now verified and put in the number right. I say, well, she said 12 to 15, so I'm assuming that those are actually going to be the dates. So the 12th comes, nothing happens. The rest of the weekend goes by, nothing at all. 15th, which is a Monday, I say this is the last fucking day. Nobody comes, nobody calls, nobody nothing. So on the 16th, I said, fuck this. I go straight into the offices with the new what would we call like the things that I signed originally and everything. And I told her like, so what the fuck is going on? I got this order done on the 9th of February. We're already on the 16th of, I mean, on the 9th of January. We're already on the 16th of February and still nothing has happened. So she goes like, oh, let me double check. I mean, the thing is, that the order was canceled, which I don't know if she was looking at the new order that the chick made or the original order, but for whatever reason, she says, well, it says canceled, but it doesn't have any reason. So again, the only thing that I can do is basically make yet another order and again, put priority on it, send emails, notify, whatever to try and get it done like ASAP, right? So I'm like, well, fine. I mean, if I had a fucking different or better option, I would go with that. But you're the only fucking internet service here that is worth anything. Uh, so yeah, I had. She goes ahead and makes another order, and at that point, she gives me another, piece of paper and such that says that the installation date was set for the 24th of February. But she says like, well, I mean, I'm gonna try and get it done, as soon as possible, and so it should be before that. But this is at least the latest it should be installed, right? So I'm like, well, fine, whatever. So that rest of the week goes by, and obviously no calls or anything. But since I had a 24th date, I was like, okay, well, that should be Wednesday of next week. And like I said, I didn't get any calls. And on Saturday, on the 20th, I was doing some work around the house. I was actually working on the car. I had to change some battery terminals and shit. And I go out and, buy them and everything. I come back. Now, at this point, I basically have had only internet from my phone, right? So, I check it constantly. I was able to keep up to date with, Twitter and shit. and, and yeah, like, I got home with everything. I checked it, blah, blah, blah. And then I started working on the car, and I finished doing all that replacement and shit. And once I'm done, I check my phone, and I have a missed call. The reason it was missed is because I have an iPhone 5, and the switch on the side that mutes it and like puts it in vibrator mode is fucked up. Like if I switch it, it just goes on and off. It goes bang, 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 nonstop. So if I want to make it basically not make any noise, I just have to turn down the ringer, and I do that sometimes, like when I don't want my kids to wake up or shit. So I didn't notice, and I missed a call. Normally, I don't return any fucking missed calls if I don't know the number, but since I knew that I was probably gonna be getting calls because of the installation, yeah, like I call the number back, and yeah, it's the guy, and it says like, oh, I called him back less than half an hour after the call, but like more than 20 minutes. And he says like, oh yeah, I wanted to make an installation, blah blah blah. But I couldn't get in and such because where I live, it's basically like a gated community, so can't get in like without access, and they have to call me basically for me to let them in. And yeah, he says like, well, yeah, I was gonna make the installation, but like I'm off work now. Like since I didn't get the installation done, I clocked out, so I can go get it done like early morning, like first thing on Monday, because they apparently don't work on Sundays. So I'm like, well, fine. I mean, it's not like I can do anything it's not like I can tell the guy like, no, fuck you, come install it right now. And also at this point, I've waited so fucking long. It's not like I can't wait another 2 days, right? So, yeah, like the guy said, early morning on Monday, on the 22nd, he calls me, and yeah, I go let him in, and yeah, he like goes in, takes a look at everything he needs to do, and starts doing the installation. And about less than half an hour into the guy working, he's like up on the light post to try and get the cables going. Well, not he, but I get another call from a number I don't know, but looks similar, and an answer, and it's like another guy saying like, oh yeah, I'm from the same company, and I wanted to do an installation. And I'm like, yeah, but I already have another guy from the same company doing the installation right now. He's like, what? Like that shouldn't be. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, he's right here and he's installing. Like, whoa, what's his name and such. I mean, I don't know, he's up on the light post. It's the number on the truck he came in is blah blah blah, right? So the guy goes like, okay, well, hangs up, and then so I just like stay out there because I wasn't like earshot from the guy up in the post. And yeah, he like gets a call, and the guy's like, what the fuck, man? Like I didn't take your order. Like no, I had this since Saturday, and blah blah blah. And so, and yeah, like he's like fighting with the guy, and he keeps calling him, like kind of accusing him that he stole the installation order from him, I guess, or something. Because I guess apparently at this point everybody fucking wanted to come install internet on my house. But yeah, like he keeps doing the installation, and as he's finishing and getting calls from the guy and telling him like, I have this order number and blah blah blah, like I guess it's a duplicate and such, but I didn't fucking steal your order, man. And so we determined, because I have like the papers and the order numbers, that apparently, because this guy, like the guy that they installed, is the one from the brand new order, the one that I got on the store, and it looks like the other guy was doing the order that I got through the phone. Because that's why I said that I don't know if the chick at the store checked the original order or the second one. Because, she had said it was canceled, but I guess maybe the second one wasn't. But yeah, like the guy, he even tells me, well, the guy's saying that he has the order for like 2 weeks ago, and he was going to do it now. I mean, So like, fuck that guy. Like, if you wanted the order, install it like as soon as you can. It's like, because this other guy that installed, he said that he actually called in to get extra orders, and that's how he got mine. Like, and they assigned him mine because he got everything done, and the other fucker wouldn't fucking do shit. But anyways, so yeah, like finally all that drama, but I finally get the internet line installed, which is fucking awesome, or at least awesome to at least have the internet. And yeah, that was that. However, that week was pretty swamped. I actually wanted to make a video right away, this vlog, to let you guys know, what was going on and why I hadn't done anything. But the thing is that I was, it was a very, very tough week. Like, I had no fucking time off at all whatsoever. So even if I had been able to maybe put the vlog out, I still probably wouldn't have been able to get any videos done for, for cast and such. Because, yeah, it was just fucking nonstop. And on top of that, we had to leave, go out of town again for that week for another entire week. Which was this last week from the 20th of February to today, which is when we're returning, the 6th of March. Fuck, we're already in March. Jeez. And yeah, I mean, that's when I'm making now that I'm back, I'm fucking making the vlog. So I mean, sorry guys, I'm really sorry. I never meant it to go so long. Like I said, I expect to just be offline for maybe like a week, and they made the installation, and then I was up and going again. But holy shit, this was a nightmare. So it just goes to show, guys, don't expect things to actually go your way. Always plan for the worst, right? Like, hope for the best, but plan for the worst. I guess that's a good way to, a good motto to live by. But yeah, now that I'm back, I guess I'm gonna try to jump back into the game. I mean, holy shit, there's been a lot of things that have changed in that time. I see that some balance updates have gone through, so I'm not even gonna know what the hell is going on. So expect the next few casts to be horrible, as I'm talking out of my ass and don't know what's going on in the game, and obviously get reacquainted with the game. I do have to say though that as much as I want, and I really want to be more consistent and start getting things out there, I really can't guarantee it, because from the looks of it, I am basically gonna be having to leave for like a week at a time out of town, like at least once a month. There might be some times where it's like 2 months the time frame, but that just looks like it's gonna be the next one. But after that, it looks like it's gonna be pretty consistent. I'll see if it changes, but for now, there will be some interruptions. I am gonna try and be more persistent. But Jesus, I mean, God, I'm just happy that it's fucking over and I'm back online and I could get back to working. It was actually kind of weird to be gone. I mean, the thing is that it was also kind of liberating not having to worry about having to make videos. I mean, it's not like I have to make them, but I felt obligated to make them when I could, and not being able to make them, I was actually able to do more stuff, because I was like, well, since I can't actually upload them, I don't have to record, so I can just do this instead and work on this other thing. And it's kind of cool. I got a lot of things done, but yeah, I'm excited to jump back into it. Expect shit casts for a while. Hopefully we'll get back into the groove and be able to get some good casts. And with this better or slightly better connection, I'm going to try and increase the length of casts, and also see about that jumping back into team games, because those are pretty cool. And yeah, I've rambled on and off for for now, so I'm just gonna fucking go. Thank you so much for everybody that has been with me this far and has stayed with me. We did obviously see a bit of a dip in the subscriber count as the hiatus went on, but it wasn't as bad as I would have expected. Hopefully, though, all of you, or most of you, are still around to actually watch the videos, so hopefully that'll get a little bit more regular. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the continued support. Love you guys to death, and I guess I'll see you next time.
I bring life and hope.
Running a program. Hug. Jumping down. Check it, check it, check it, check it.
Job's done.
I'm almost out of cards. What to do? What to do?